Welcome to Critical Condition. My name is Joe, and we're here to talk about sports. So we are officially under 100 days to the start of the NFL 2020 season. So I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to just pick a division and really just give you my opinions on how I think each division is going to finish off towards the end of the year. Today I'm going to do the NFC East. Now, before I start with this ranking, I want to just let you know again, real quick, that this is just my opinion, and I'm ranking these teams on just the way I feel, the way they did this past offseason moves, drafts, free agent signings, all that good stuff. If you agree or disagree with me, feel free to just leave your opinion in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Give me your own rankings. So, coming in at number 4, I have the Washington Redskins. To me, pretty easy for me. I like and I respect Ron Rivera as a coach. I think he's great, but I feel like going into this since we had this whole pandemic situation going on, I feel like, teams aren't getting the proper time to prepare, and I feel like for new coaches, this is going to be a real challenge for them. Next, I think that this team overall is in just an overall rebuild right now. I have questions about the quarterback. I have questions about an important position like the left tackle position for them. I have questions on their defense, and I also don't think that they really had a great draft. I know they probably drafted Chase Young, who many say, and I agree, that is the best college player to come out this year. But after that, it gets a little, flat for me, pretty much. They drafted a running back in the 3rd round. I mean, again, did they really need that? They had Darius Geis, Adrian Peterson. Question marks on all those guys right there, but still. Then, of course, the loss of Trent Williams is going to be huge for them, even though their offensive line ranked at number 13 this past season. I still feel like there's question marks in Trent Williams' replacement. So that's why I have the Washington Redskins ranked at number 4. At number 3, I have the New York Giants. Now, again, easy one for me. This team's, again, like the Redskins, in a rebuild. I do feel like they do have the quarterback nailed down in Daniel Jones. I think that he surprised a lot of people last year. And I feel like, the Giants did do a couple good offseason moves that I liked. They addressed corner with James Bradbury, who's no slouch. I also like the fact that they drafted Andrew Thomas, who in my opinion was the best tackle coming out of Georgia this year's NFL draft. I feel like, there's a lot of question marks when it comes to Joe Judge as a coach, and obviously teams not being able to get the proper offseason programs in place is really going to affect him as a new coach going into this season. But I know that the quarterback's down. Saquon Barkley, great playmaker. Defense going to be slightly better than from last year. And then their offensive line will be slightly better from last year as well. So I have the Giants finishing at number 3. Now, at number 2, I have the Dallas Cowboys. Now, it's a very big one right now. But the Dallas Cowboys, I feel like, even though, again, they have a new coach with Mike McCarthy, I feel like Mike is experienced. He's seasoned when it comes to, coaching this league. He's got a lot of experience under his belt when it comes to being a head coach. But I do have a lot of question marks about the Cowboys going into this. First of all, the biggest one is Dak's contract situation. It's a very big distraction, kind of like how Zeke's contract situation was a distraction a couple years ago. What's his mindset going in? I know people are expecting him to come out, be motivated, and ball, but what do we really know? I mean, how is he keeping up? How is he working out? How is he keeping up in shape as well? Very big question mark there. Next, they lost Travis Frederick. That O-line still played pretty good without him, but knowing that he's gone for good to retirement is a real big thing. Next up, I feel like Dallas didn't really address a lot of issues when it comes to their defensive side of the ball. They lost their overall sack leader from last year, and they lost their best corner as well. Those are 2 major holes to fill. I know they got Aldon Smith, and they drafted a corner from Alabama, but when it comes to corners from Alabama, I'm not really sure how much juice they have left in them after Nick Saban finishes off with them. As far as Aldon Smith, he's been out of the league for multiple years. What are we going to get out of him? Is he going to stay on the field? Will he be a liability? Big question marks there for the Cowboys. They lost Randall Cobb and they put CeeDee Lamb, who I think is a better, version in the slot. But again, though, I just feel like the Cowboys this past offseason have a lot of distractions, like they always do, and they always do. But I feel like when it comes to my number 1 team, I feel like they didn't really address those certain areas of need that are very important for them to take the next step up. Now, Dak's going to put up stats, assuming that he plays, without a doubt. But I really don't I really don't see this team being able to get the job done this season in the win column. I personally have the Cowboys going in at 500, 8-8, and it's. I'm not saying they're not going to put up numbers. Not saying they're going to be exciting, but with too many question marks, too many distractions again this offseason is the reason why I'm putting Dallas at number 2. And at number 1, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, to me, this one's a no-brainer. The Eagles address their 2 biggest areas of need, corner and at receiver. In corner, they added the best man-covered corner in football in Darius Slay, top 5 corner without a doubt. And a lot of people are going to argue with that. And they drafted Jalen Reagor out of TCU with their first-round pick this year. And they also were able to trade for Marquise Goodwin, who's a burner at receiver. That, along with Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey, assuming they come back healthy, in my opinion, gives Carson Wentz a great supporting cast going into the season. The running game will be there. I feel like Miles Sanders is coming off again. He's got a year under his belt now. He knows his system now, and I feel like he's going to be more comfortable with that offensive line. The Eagles have a top 10 offensive line, in my opinion, as well now, and they added some depth in there, as well as they strengthened up a strength already when it comes to the defensive line. They added Javon Hargrave into that defensive line, and I think that's a huge move. They have a bunch of stud players on that D-line, and in my opinion, that's the reason why the Eagles are poised to win this division. They'll win, they're not going to go out and, win the number 1 seed, but I do have the Eagles winning this division at 10-6. Without a doubt in my mind, that's the way it goes. So, again, if you like or disagree with me, if you like my opinion or disagree with my opinion, feel free to just leave your comment down below and let me know. Give me your rankings. How do you think this division is going to play out? If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. If you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe as well. I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.